cream is used frequently in professional bake shops to fill eclairs, donuts, cakes, fruit tarts, and other pastries. The added cornstarch and butter make it more stable than other forms of cream, while still retaining a smooth and creamy texture. The cornstarch prevents the eggs from curdling, and the butter provides more flavor and creates a richer mouthfeel. It also softens the texture and makes the cream less gelatinous. The most important part of this process is to keep the custard moving to prevent it from burning. To make pastry cream, first place the milk and first sugar in a saucepan. Turn the heat up to medium and whisk the milk and sugar to a point of scalding, or just under a boil. The surface will begin to moderately rumble. Meanwhile, you want to sift your cornstarch into the mixing bowl. And again, always sift your cornstarch to prevent clumping. We'll take the second quantity of sugar and add it to the cornstarch. Oops. Okay. We're going to hold off on adding the egg yolk and whole egg mixture to the sugar and starch until the cream approaches a scald. That way the egg protein won't kind of coagulate and clump up on you. So we'll do that just before it reaches a scald. So now I'm going to whisk in the egg yolk and whole egg mixture. And the cream is at just approaching a scald here. So then we'll begin to liaison the mixture. I'm just going to turn off the heat here and just a little bit at a time, slowly whisking it in. It's important to keep it moving. And then we'll just return it to the pot. Over medium heat and begin stirring. Remember, the motion is we want to do a full circle around the bowl and then a figure eight and switch directions. A circle and then a figure eight. And this again prevents any spots in the pot from getting missed. So you don't want anything sticking to the bottom of the pan. You keep stirring in this pattern for about 2 to 3 minutes. It will thicken up. You're going to feel significant resistance against the wooden spoon, and then you'll know it's time to pull it off the heat. So it's reached the desired consistency. We'll add the vanilla extract and the cubed butter. Just stir until it's fully incorporated. The ideal texture would actually be almost like a pudding. In texture, it will thicken as it sets, so don't be concerned that it's not at the working consistency when it's still hot. It will thicken. One other important thing about pastry cream is we do want to cool it down as quickly as possible. So we're going to put it on a sheet pan lined with plastic wrap, and then we'll cover it again with plastic wrap. We want a larger surface area, which will cool it down more quickly. And then the plastic wrap on top keeps a film or a skin from forming on the top. You want to spread it out thin also. Again, the thinner it is, the faster it will cool down. Refrigerate until completely cooled. This can be stored for up to 4 days in the refrigerator. When you're ready to use the custard, scrape it into a bowl and use a mixer on low to refresh it. After you have a good understanding of how basic pastry cream is made, you can make different flavors by adding citrus zest, liqueur, chocolate, or nut butters. You can also fold in creme chantilly. You can also lighten the texture for use in cake filling. However you make it, it's a staple in any pastry kitchen.